All right, we're back at it. We're going to be taking a look at Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas. And if there's one play I can say that defines Anthony Hill Jr., it's this play right here. And he is a fast, physical player at linebacker. Love what he brings to the table right there. Like to see that. He came into the combine, measured in at 6'2", weighed 238, 32 and 3/8 in his arm. He put up a 4.51 40, 10-yard split, 1.58. His vertical jump, 37. Broad was a 10.5. He didn't do any of the any agility, no three-cone, no 20-yard shuttle. He didn't participate in any of the linebacker drills, so we'll see if he does that at his pro day or not. But he did put 21 reps up at the bench press. Last year he had about 38 solo tackles, 70 total. He only played in about 10 games, missed a couple of games last year. He put up 4 sacks. He's got at least 4 sacks in every season that he's played. Last year he had 8 sacks. The year before that it was 5. So he brings you a lot of juice when it comes to getting to the quarterback. He's got 3 forced fumbles last year. He has multiple forced fumbles in every year. 1 fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, and 1 pass defense. Now, immediately, what's going to pop out to you is this guy plays like his hair is on fire. He goes sideline to sideline, and a lot of people say that he really actually has sideline to sideline. I mean, he put up a 4.5 there. And there's not a lot of guys that are going to beat him to the outside. I like that he plays downhill, very, very physical. Once he gets his hands on you, it's pretty much a wrap. He had about a 90%, I believe, tackle rate. Now, he does have a couple things that we're going to get into here in a second. But for what he is and what he does for you, it's something that's worth putting in a decent pick and developing him. Kid's only 21 years old, so I know he's going to get a little bit better. I think from what every time you see him he gets back up off the ground, it looks like he's trying to get the play call in. I'm not sure how Texas does that. I'm not sure if Texas has got a headset in every single helmet, or if he's actually the green dot guy. That'd be something to get into. But I think that if he develops his instincts a little bit more, because Texas likes to blitz him a lot, and you can see why. He doesn't have too many snaps that are just straight up off ball, him diagnosing. So I think that he's going to have to develop his instincts a little bit better. But what he does give you is he is an exceptional blitzer. You can put him on the outside. You can put him in the A and B gap. You can ask him to do spy assignments. And I think he's going to be really, really good he's going to excel at the next level at all 3 of those facets. So we're going to get into the good, the bad, the ugly, and we'll see what else is going on with Anthony Hill Jr.'s game. Now, looking up anything about Anthony Hill Jr., the first thing that you're going to hear about is sometimes he over-pursues to the sideline. We got him highlighted right here, and we're going to watch that. We're going to show you what we're talking about. As he comes out there, he comes out fast, but he doesn't really get himself in control to actually make a play right there. And I think that he doesn't really have the ability to start and stop, so he's going to not be able to mirror and match in man coverage. And we're going to highlight some more of that. All right, we're going to look at Anthony Hill Jr. in another example right here. And I understand that this is not man coverage, this is zone coverage, but I just want you to keep your eye on his feet and look at when the receiver crosses his face. Look at how it's a little harder for him to change direction. Now keep your eye on his feet, boom, it ends up leaving him right. Now those are just a couple examples on film why I think he's going to have a hard time changing direction and doing mirror and matching and man coverage. On top of the fact that we didn't see any of his agility testing at the combine, so maybe he will do it when he goes to the pro day yet again. I just want to highlight a little bit more about him having to come down from film study. Now watch him. He follows that running back and he ends up losing outside containment and lets the quarterback get a nice little first down right there. And that's something that he's going to clean up as instincts develop and he gets in the film room a little more. Now, my two biggest issues that I have with Anthony Hill Jr. is going to be him playing. He doesn't play with excellent pad level all the time, and it looks like he needs to develop a lot more functional play strength. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Watch as he comes down and he tries to go around this man, and I'd like to see him absolutely drive that guy back into the ball carrier. Now, here's another example of him needing to develop a lot more functional play strength and also better pad level when taking on the guy right here. This is Anthony Hill Jr. right here, and he's going to get one-on-one with an offensive lineman that makes it to the second level. And watch him just drive Anthony Hill Jr. right out of that play. One thing for sure is he does not like to be blocked, because here is a couple of plays later, and watch that. That's exactly how we want to see you take on your blocks. I think he has the ability to do it. Here's another example of him playing with better leverage and strength. The thing is that I'd like to see him do this on a more consistent basis right there. And one more example of him playing with a lot better leverage. Let's take a look at him. He gets one-on-one with an offensive lineman. And a much, much better fight right there. That was way better. So, as far as I'm concerned, I got a second round grade on Anthony Hill Jr. I think that there's a lot to like. I think that as long as he goes to a team that's going to try to force him to play outside of what you see. I mean, I'm a firm believer if you don't see it on Saturday, you're not going to see it on Sunday. And if you're asking him to come in and be a man coverage linebacker because you think he has the athleticism, maybe he can develop into that. Me, I see him best suited as a linebacker that's going to be moved around on a multiple front, and with somebody who's going to be able to utilize him as a blitzer, which I think is probably his best asset, and allow him to probably utilize his athleticism from sideline to sideline and QB spies, and probably just ask him to do, if you're going to ask him to drop back at all, I would only ask him to drop back in his zone coverage. But we got more draft profiles coming your way. And until then, you talking sports with Iggy Flint. We're going to catch you on the next one.